Have you ever had a moment where you suddenly realize that you're not really in your life anymore? You're there, your body is there, your name is being called, but you feel like you're somewhere else. It's not a dramatic realization. It doesn't come with panic, it comes quietly. Usually when everything looks fine, you're sitting in a room, the day is moving forward, and suddenly it hits you. I'm just watching this. Not participating, not choosing, not fully feeling, just watching. And the scariest part is this: nothing feels wrong enough to explain it. Your life didn't collapse. You didn't lose everything. There was no clear moment where things broke. You just slowly stepped back without noticing when it happened. Life kept going, and you stayed behind the glass. At first, it feels harmless. You still function, you still show up, you still respond when people talk to you. From the outside, you seem present, but inside, everything feels slightly delayed, like your emotions are buffering, like your reactions arrive late, or not at all. Moments happen, but they don't land. You laugh because you're supposed to. You nod because it makes sense. You move because that's what comes next. But it doesn't feel like you are doing it. It feels automatic. You're not unhappy. And that's what confuses you the most, because unhappiness has weight. It has intensity. It demands attention. This doesn't. This feels empty, flat, quiet. It's the feeling of being emotionally distant from your own experiences, like watching a movie where you recognize the main character, but don't feel connected to them anymore. You might even look at your life and think, I should feel something here. But you don't. And the absence of feeling starts to feel louder than pain ever did. You notice it in small moments. When something good happens and you feel nothing, when something bad happens and you feel muted, when time passes quickly but nothing feels memorable, days blur together, weeks disappear, you don't feel time moving through you, it moves around you, you're present physically but mentally disconnected, not thinking, not worrying, just distant. This state often begins as protection. At some point in your life, being emotionally present became too much. Maybe you were overwhelmed. Maybe you had to stay strong. Maybe reacting honestly wasn't safe, convenient, or allowed. So you adapted. You learned how to step back, how to observe instead of engage, how to stay functional without being vulnerable. At first it helped. Distance gave you control, detachment gave you relief. Numbness felt like peace, but coping mechanisms don't disappear when the danger is gone. They stay, and over time, what once protected you starts isolating you. You don't disconnect all at once. You disconnect slowly, you stop reacting deeply, you stop caring the same way, you stop feeling fully impacted by your own experiences. Not because they stopped mattering, but because you moved farther away from them. You still remember who you used to be, more present, more responsive, more emotionally involved. You remember feeling excited, nervous, alive, but remembering isn't the same as feeling. And that gap creates a quiet loneliness, because you're surrounded by life, but not connected to it. You hear people say things like, you seem fine, you've got it together, and you don't argue, because technically they're right. You're stable, you're functioning, you're doing what needs to be done, but inside you feel like a background character in your own story. Life keeps moving forward, careers, relationships, conversations, and you're watching it all unfold from a safe distance. Sometimes you try to re-enter. You try to feel something strongly. You push yourself to care more, to react more, to be present. But it doesn't work on command. Connection can't be forced. And that realization can feel unsettling. Because if you're not sad, and you're not anxious, and you're not exhausted, then why don't you feel here? This kind of disconnection doesn't scream. It whispers. It hides behind routine days, behind calm conversations, behind normal behavior. That's why it often goes unnoticed for a long time. You don't complain about it because you don't know how to explain it. How do you say, I feel like I'm watching my life instead of living it, without sounding dramatic? So you keep it to yourself. You tell yourself it's just a phase, that it will pass, that you'll wake up one day and feel normal again. But weeks turn into months, and months quietly stack. And one day you realize that you've been living on autopilot for longer than you're comfortable admitting. You don't feel broken, you feel absent. Like part of you stepped back quietly and never fully returned. This isn't weakness, it's adaptation. It's what happens when you stay emotionally guarded for too long, when being present costs more than being distant. But here's the part no one tells you. Living in observation mode keeps you safe, but it also keeps you disconnected. You don't feel pain as sharply, but you don't feel joy deeply either. Everything becomes neutral, controlled, muted. And deep down, you know that surviving this way isn't the same as being alive. Reconnection doesn't start by forcing emotion. It starts with noticing the distance, with acknowledging it without judging yourself for it. Not asking, what's wrong with me? But instead asking, when did I step back? And why? Sometimes disconnection isn't about losing yourself. It's about protecting yourself for longer than you needed to. And protection, when it overstays, quietly turns into isolation. You don't need to fix this tonight. You don't need answers right now. Sometimes the most honest thing you can do is recognize that you've been watching your life and admit that you want to feel inside it again, even slowly, even awkwardly, even without knowing how yet, because noticing the distance is the first sign that part of you is still here, watching, waiting,